you have landed on this video, this means you are a tarot beginner and you are trying to learn tarot all by yourself by watching internet tutorials like these. So welcome to the journey into you tarot with me, Tarusha Saxena. You have landed on the right video because today we are going to be going through the major arcana cards. Now, what is major arcana and how to read them is something which I'm going to tell you in a short while. But before that, let me just tell you that there is a lot of myth about really learn tarot on their own, or a lot of people also go for certification courses. Though I'm a certified tarot reader, but I want to just let you know that if you are somebody who is largely guided by intuition, if you're a highly intuitive person, if you're really attracted by tarot, then this is a big sign in itself that you are ready to learn tarot. Secondly, you can learn tarot all by yourself. There is no hard and fast rule about the ways of learning a tarot. If you are an intuitive person, because most of the tarot readers, they read tarot cards by intuition, and that is exactly how it should be read. So basically people understand what the cards represent, the colors, the pictures, what do they represent. They get a deep understanding of what they represent by tutorials like these or in tarot classes. And then they lay these meanings on the foundation of their intuition and thus give out a reading. This might sound a little vague to you right now, but once you finish understanding all the cards and start reading, you will really know what I'm trying to say. So now we'll just skip from here to the reading. But before we go there, all I just want to say is that welcome to the journey into you tarot with me, Tarusha Saxena. And if you've landed on this channel for the first time, I invite you to go ahead and subscribe to this channel and also click the bell icon to receive notifications every time I upload a video. I do upload a lot of weekly, monthly zodiac readings, love readings, career readings, financial readings, and also tarot tutorials. So if any of these things interest you, you're most welcome to join my family any which ways. The most commonly recommended tarot deck for any beginner is this. This is a go-to deck for all the tarot readers. This is the original Rider-Waite tarot deck. All right, and it is conceived by A.E. Waite and the cards are designed by Pamela Coleman Smith. So this is your go-to deck. The reason why this is the highly recommended deck for everybody who's learning tarot is because the way the cards are designed, they basically follow the format of mid 15th century when tarot was actually introduced to the world, which is in mid 15th century. So most of the designs that this deck has are basically the original adaptation, the adaptation of the original deck. That is number one. Number two is that the detailing with which the cards are designed in this particular deck, they are very, very user friendly. It's going to make your understanding of tarot very easy. So therefore this is the highly recommended deck. So if you do not have a deck, I would recommend you to first go buy this Rider-Waite tarot deck by A.E. Waite. There are different versions of Rider-Waite. For example, you have this Radiant Wise tarot deck, you have Light Seers tarot deck, you have this Modern Witch tarot deck. There are different adaptations of Rider-Waite tarot deck, but you can always graduate to these different versions, and many that are available online, but only go to those versions once you are really thorough with this deck. And when I say thorough, I not only mean that you have understood the meanings of the cards very well, but also you have become pro in reading with these cards. Only then my advice to you is to graduate to the other decks. Otherwise, your readings might really get messed up. All right, so now let's move to the cards. And a Rider-Waite tarot deck, all right, a typical tarot deck consists of 78 cards. All right, now these 78 cards are divided into two parts, which is the minor arcana and the major arcana. So this is the Rider-Waite complete deck, and these are 22 cards. All right, these 22 cards in a traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck are major arcana cards. Major arcana means that they represent all the life-changing situations and life-changing circumstances that you can look forward to. These if you have got a major arcana in a reading, it represents that a major life change is coming up for you. All right, and these are the rest of the cards from the 78 cards. So you have 22 cards over here as part of the major arcana, and the balance cards are here. All right, so these cards are minor arcana. The minor arcana represent the day-to-day aspects of your life. All right, now again, these minor arcana cards are divided into 4 different categories. All right, 4 different elements of earth. One is a fire sign, one is a water sign, one is an air sign, and one is an earth sign. All right, and each element, this earth, water, fire, and air, all these 4 signs, they have 14 cards in it. So 14 earth, 14 air, 14 water, and 14 fire. All right, so these 14 into 4 make this bundle of minor arcana that represent day-to-day aspects. I will be putting up further videos and tutorials about each element separately. So you'll have 4 more videos, each video representing each element. So you can look forward to those readings. And in today's tutorial, we are going to be talking about major arcana cards, which represent the major life changes that you can expect in your life to come. All right, so now before we go further, I would suggest you, if you want to go and grab a pencil, a pen, a diary to make notes, whatever it is, and also to make sure that when I'm telling you the meanings of these cards, don't really try to mug the meanings. Don't really try to just learn the meanings. Try to understand the reason behind it, because once you try to understand the reason behind the meaning, you will automatically know the meaning. You do not have to learn the words as it is verbatim. You don't have to do that. Just understand the meaning and you will really get it. That is how it is easy to learn tarot and the meanings of the cards. It is not at all difficult. 78 number in cards does sound very difficult to learn at this age, especially we are all adults, but it's very easy. So let's get started. So the first thing that you will notice in major arcana is that not just major arcana, but all the cards, is that all the cards have numbers. Major arcana starts with 0. All right, and all the cards have numbers. So since it starts with 0, it goes up to number 21. All right, and each card has a name. Okay, so now we'll take the first card. The first card represents the Fool. The Fool the Fool means somebody who is careless, right? Who doesn't think through things carefully. So this card, if you see what feeling you get out of this, so you need to look at the colors. So the colors are yellow color, there is a red color. Yellow represents cheerfulness, right? Red color could mean anything. It could mean passion. It could mean like really fire, and fire has passion, right? It could mean aggression. So this is a person who's wearing a dress which is like so colorful. This person is wearing a dress which is so unconventional, right? Like short kurta, and then slacks, and then shoes, and then he's standing on a cliff. He's looking up in the air and trying to walk forward. He might fall down, and there is a dog over here who's like kind of like trying to tell him that wait, look further, be careful, otherwise you'll fall down. And then you also have a sun. Now, sun in tarot represents new beginnings. So, this card in totality, understanding, so and combining the meaning of everything, if you see there are hills on this. So hills represent growth. All right. So the whole meaning of this card, if you club everything together, is that if this card comes for somebody, this means that this card is warning them not to be a fool in taking decisions, not to take decisions without giving them a proper thought. There is an opportunity of a new beginning for them. Okay, if they take informed decisions and not take hasty decisions without looking through all the situation from all the aspects. If a person will take a decision, they will definitely fall down, they will definitely fail. But if they are cautious, if they take people's advice, somebody who is wise and mature, if they take their advice, then this person can really make a good opportunity work in their favor. So this is what Fool stands for. Then the second card but the number wise first card in tarot is the Magician card. Now the Magician card, if you see very carefully in tarot, so there is a video on my channel in which I have shared the meanings of all the elements in tarot cards. So you will find the meanings there, or meanings of, you know, infinity, the meanings of fruits, the meanings of garden, so all the meanings of the things that you see on tarot cards, you have the meanings over there. So I would recommend that you first go watch that video. I will give the link of that video in the description box below. Have a look at that video. You will understand. Once you go through that video, then you come back to this video and see this video. It's going to be very easy for you. So anyways, so in Magician card, if you see Magician, what does Magician do? Magician is basically somebody who is very skilled, somebody whose skills are just so sharp that, you know, it's very difficult to match their skill. All right. And Magician is somebody who makes something impossible possible. Right? That's what the magicians do. They do the impossible thing and make us look that it's possible. They can literally like make a person invisible. Is that possible? No, but they make it look like it's possible, right? So the meaning of Magician over here is somebody who really has a very strong willpower, somebody who is extremely skilled in what they do. Magician are people who have great amount of willpower, and they can manifest, because what does a magician do? Magician make things possible which are absolutely impossible. So manifestation is the same thing, right? That you manifest things that you think right now are impossible for you. You manifest them for your future, for yourself in future. So that is what magician represents, that you can manifest thing with your strong willpower. These are all characteristics of a magician that you need to apply in your real life. And if you do that, then, you know, you are going to get the fruits, because you have flowers over here, you have greenery. Greenery represents prosperity, flowers represent rewards. So you can attract all of this if you have strong will, and you can manifest everything that you want. Also, because you have infinite sign over here. Infinite mean that your willpower is going to be like, you're going to be highly intuitive. Your power to manifest anything is going to be very strong. Also, if you see, one hand of this magician is up, the other hand is down. This means that this person has really learned the skill of balancing in their life. Okay, so whether this is a requirement that a person need to inculcate in their life, or whether they are already doing it. Okay, if you see carefully, this card also has all the 4 elements of a tarot, which is the cup, pentacle, sword and wand. All right, which means that they have everything in balance. They have all the elements of life in balance, in tandem, and that is the reason why they have the power to manifest what they want. The next card that you have is the High Priestess card. Now, if you see this card very carefully, High Priestess bring in a very beautiful message of balancing things in life, of using everything which is, you know, in balance. So if you see, there are 2 pillars over here. These 2 pillars represent balancing act. Okay, another thing, if you see very carefully, what is here? Here you have all the greenery, you have the fruits. Do you see this pomegranate? Right? And this pomegranate is so lush and red, the seeds inside, it looks so juicy. This means that, you know, this person, if they use all that they have to the best strength and knowledge and capacity, it is going to be giving them very fruitful results. All right, they are really going to prosper. Now, what is it that they have which they can use for the best of their benefit? They have a lot of knowledge and wisdom. How do we know that? Because this person is wearing white color. She is totally dressed in white. White represents aging. Aging represents wisdom and maturity. It represents an old soul. It represents a lot of experiences, okay, rich in experience. Also, you see a plus sign over here. Plus sign means that this person is a very spiritual person or a religious person. You see a moon on top. This means that, you know, and that too white color on top, which means that they are highly intuitive. White color in tarot also represents intuition. So this person is also going to be highly intuitive person. So maybe if this comes in a situation, this person also needs to use their wisdom, their maturity, their experiences and their wisdom and their intuition. They need to listen to their intuition. Another important thing, Do you see tarot written over here? But it's half hidden, which means that they have a lot of hidden knowledge, but they don't use it entirely. So if this card comes in a reading, this means that the person has to use their entire knowledge only to make best use of this. Once they make the best use of their knowledge, they are going to get all the benefits, rewards, and fruits that are around them. They are going to maintain the balance that is required to them to maintain. Because if you see, there is a half moon over here. Half moon is yellow in color. This means that they are not using their knowledge. They're not using their knowledge completely because it is half covered. So this, and you have full moon over here, which represents that you are right now, they are using half knowledge, but they need to use their full knowledge. They need to use all their experiences, their wisdom, their maturity for their benefit. And then they are going to get what they want. The next card that we have is the Empress card. Now, Empress represents, this card is very, very clearly, a very beautiful card that represents marriage. This card represents family. This card represents pregnancy, children, and work from home. Why? Because this is a lady who is very comfortably sitting in this chair. Okay, now this chair has red color. This chair is on the ground, which represents stability. Okay, this chair is all surrounded by, there is water, there are trees, greenery, jungle. So this represents that there is so much of prosperity all around. This lady is dressed in white, means she's very wise. The way this is a nightgown, and the way this nightgown is shown, it's like, she's very motherly, nurturing. And then she's sitting with this wand and this crown, which represents that, she's a lady of the house. And, she's so comfortably sitting. It's like, she has the command in her hand. She is the lady of the house. She runs the house. She's like somebody who's just like the queen of the house. And also somebody who's doing very well for herself, because there are jewels in her crown. Jewels represent wealth, prosperity. All right, so this card is card that represents growth, prosperity, family, marriage, children, pregnancy, and work from home. The next card that we have is the fourth card, or the fifth card in the sequence. It is called the Emperor card. Now if you see Emperor, now this person is somebody who is very old. Okay, so this Emperor has fought all the fights in his life, and he has finally won. Okay, and he has fought all his life, gathered all that experiences, and now he has reached where he's sitting right now. He's sitting on a chair which is made up of stone, which means stability. Stone represents stability, but he still is wearing these armaments. All right, which means that he's still ready to go to a war. He's not given up. He's going to take care of people under him. Anybody who comes for guidance, he's ready to give them that guidance. He's just ready to tell people if they, whatever they want to hear, like any advice, any suggestion. Okay, he is going to help people grow, because there are mountains behind him, and mountains represent growth. All right, and the white in his beard shows that he is a very wise person, somebody who's very mature. The jewels in his crown represent that, he has really reached the heights of his life, of his career. Financially, he's a very sound person, and somebody who does not fear confrontation, somebody who's still ready to go and confront people, who's still ready to fight the situation that life puts him through, and somebody who's always there to guide people. The next card that you have is the Hierophant card. The Hierophant card again is a card which represents a lot of things, because most importantly this card represents spirituality, and especially religion. Now, there's a difference between religion and spirituality, but depending on the context of the reading that you are giving, this will be applicable for religion or spirituality. Why spirituality or religion is because if you see on this person's robe, you have cross all over. So this means that this is somebody who is wearing a robe which has cross. Red color represents passion or fire. Okay, then he has a crown, or both his hands are like up, and there are two people looking up to him, which means that they are listening to this person. And then this person is sitting on a box which has keys. So if you can see these keys are there, which means that this person is sitting on some knowledge, but that knowledge is logged, in the sense that he has some hidden knowledge. He has some knowledge which he keeps to himself and doesn't share with people, but people do come to him for guidance. And then there are two pillars. So this is basically showing that, since he is hiding some things from people, Okay, if you see, these white shoes also have crosses, but they are hidden, which means that he's not sharing all his wisdom with people. He's guiding them with limited thoughts. So this could be a religious leader. This could also mean an institution, a class, school, anywhere where children are learning. So this is what this card represents, the Hierophant card. The next card we have is the Lovers card. Now lovers, if you see, represent two people looking up. You have an angel over here, you have the wings. Wings in tarot represent blessings from the universe, blessings from the angel. You have tree, you have fruits, trees growing here, and this has passion over here. There is a mountain between these two people, means that these two people will have growth together. The relationship, the partnership, the association is blessed by the angels, and it is going to be a fruitful association. This card in relationship also means like soulmate connection. The next card we have is the Chariot card. Now in Chariot card we see that there are two sphinx, one black and one white. In any card in tarot, if you have these two things on both the ends, two similar things on both sides of the card, which it shows balance. Okay, second thing, you have wings over here. Wings represent again blessing from the universe, blessing from the angels. You have houses and buildings over here, which represents that there is property, asset associated. Now this person, okay, this person has a crown. This person is wearing jewelry and jewel on the crown. This person has stars over here. This means that there is prosperity, there is growth, there is money. He has yellow moon, which means that this person is an intuitive person. He's wearing armaments and he's sitting on the chariot and going somewhere. So this person sitting on the chariot going somewhere, and you have houses behind. This means that there is a movement which you can expect. This could be a movement from one city to another, one country to another, movement from relationship to another, movement from a career move, a change in career. So whatever this is, this Chariot represents a change, a movement, some change in life coming very, very soon. But this change is going to be a positive change, because there is money, there is prosperity reflected, there is intuition reflected. Houses represent growth, they represent money, assets. So this represents growth. So Chariot represents that your life is going to have some change, which is going to bring in positive changes in your life. Then you have the Strength card. In the Strength card, if you see, this lady is in white color clothes. White color in tarot represents maturity, wisdom, experiences, and if you see, she is bent towards this lion. She's not scared of lion. Lion over here represents life. Life can be really harsh and dangerous sometimes, but this lady is not scared. She still have a very nurturing body language with this lion. She's literally putting her hand in the mouth of the lion. She's not scared. She's giving a very motherly, caring, nurturing feeling. And and her dress has flowers and leaves over here, and she has an infinite sign over here. Means that she has infinite strength, that she has infinite strength and courage. She's not scared of what life is giving her. She's very nurturing. She's full of kindness. She's taking care of people, and she helps people grow and prosper in life, because there are trees around and there is a hill over here. Then the next card is the Hermit card. Now Hermit card, if you see, there is an old man who's standing on white ground. He's really old. He has white beard. Again, these two things represent that he's a very old soul. This person has seen life, not just in one lifetime, but many lives. This is an old soul we are talking about, and he's showing light to the world, but by himself he's a little disappointed. His shoulders are drooping, his head is bowed down, because he's tired of giving guidance to people. Okay, so this means that he needs time for some time. He needs some time for himself too now, and he's tired of showing the world the way. He needs to take a break, and it's time for him to take care of himself now. Wheel of Fortune. Now Wheel of Fortune is a card which represents karma, karmic cycle. If you see, this is a wheel, and this is a Wheel of Fortune. This represents the wheel of karma. Okay, now you have clouds over here, you have angels on all the corners, which means that this wheel of karma, this wheel of fortune is blessed by the angels. It's blessed by the universe. This was meant to happen. You have a sphinx on top of it sitting with a sword. So this was meant to happen. And if this card comes in a reading, this means that the person is completing a karmic cycle. And a karmic cycle comes with a lot of learnings. So this person is completing a karmic cycle and he's entering into a new karmic cycle. Now, new karmic cycle always starts on a good note, but you also need to know that a karmic cycle is full of lessons. So there will be some good times, some bad times, some difficult times, and again some good times. And so there is, it's a chakra, it's a wheel that will keep going. So, you know, and there will be different phases to it, you should know. But one karmic cycle is coming to an end and a person is entering into a new karmic cycle, which always comes with a lot of positivity. The next card that we have is the Justice card. Now, in Justice, you can see again that this lady is sitting in a red robe in front of a red tapestry, if you can say that. Then there are two pillars over here. She is wearing a crown, and she has a jewelry over there. She has a jewel over here. She has a white hidden shoe. She has this balancing thing that they hold, and then there's a sword over here. So this card also hugely represents that this is somebody who will always do justice with people. Okay, there is a sword, okay, which represents clarity of thought. There is this, the balancing thing that is usually there in the courts of India, if you see. So, you know, it's like she will always do justice with you. She will always balance what is right, what is wrong, how much one should get, and how much, whatever in life they will, justice is very important for them. They are very wise. They have a lot of wisdom. They have a lot of experiences with them. And they are somebody who uses their wisdom and passion to give justice to people, to give advice. And it's a card that also represents prosperity and balance in life, basically. The next card that we have is a Hanged Man. Now, if you see the Hanged Man, this person is hanging like this on the tree. The tree has leaves, which shows again prosperity, but this person is wearing a red track, which shows there's so much of red color. Red color shows passion, red color shows fire, red color shows creativity. Passion is also creativity. But the point is that this person is hanging upside down on the tree, which means, you know, out of the box, very different. So this person likes different things in life. They think out of the box. And, you know, there is a halo over here on his head. This halo represents that they're very creative. They think very differently. They have white hair. They're very wise people. They're mature people, and they think totally like, they don't think like the world thinks. They think very differently. People with this card could represent creative fields, entertainment, music, social media, things that are out of the box and quirky. Then we have the Death card. Now this card, I love this card. This is one of my most favorite cards in tarot, because a lot of people get scared of this tarot, but let me tell you, this is one of the most positive cards in tarot, Death, because death means an end of something. And the beautiful part of that is that only when something ends, new thing begins, right? Because if you see, there is this person, this skeleton is there, and the skeleton is wearing like a soldier's armaments, like all the entire costume of a soldier, and he's still running on this white horse. White horse represents what? Peace. White horse represents maturity, wisdom, experiences. This skeleton shows that this person who was once a human being, like alive, he fought till the long time. He is literally like finished, but he's still wearing this he's still ready to fight, because he's still wearing these armaments, and he's carrying a flag, like, you know, he has won, because you also see a sun over here. So the period of a difficult long struggle has finally come to an end, and there will be a new beginning now. People who were against this person, all people over here, some have left, but the other people are like, they are all now standing up to this person. They are like asking for his his mercy. It's like, okay, we give up, please accept our apologies, I'm sorry. So this represents a new beginning, a new phase, an end, a beautiful end of a long struggle. The next card that we have is a Temperance card. Now in Temperance card, if you see again, this angel in white robe is standing with 1 feet in water and 1 feet on the ground. That means that, this, and again you have 2 cups, and she's trying to balance water over here and trying to balance water and earth over here, means that she's trying to balance emotional aspect, because water represents emotions in tarot. So she is trying to balance emotion and the practical, because land represents the practical aspects of a human soul. So she's trying to balance over here. Again, she has a pyramid right in front of, in the middle of her chest area, which means this is the place where our souls reside in our body. So this is the place where this pyramid over here represents that they are having a spiritual awakening, or their inclination in spiritual world is increasing a little more, because they also have a this thing over here along with the halo, and there is a sun, there are hills around, and there is water, and there is this flowers and greenery, which represents growth. So this means that this person is trying to grow internally, trying to balance their emotions and practical life, and are growing spiritually. This shows spiritual growth, spiritual awakening, spiritual inclination. The next card that we have is the Devil card. Now, Devil card represents basically an evil eye. Often it represents interference of some third element, a third party, or an outside person. The third angle in a relationship. This could mean a relationship which is a personal relationship between 2 people, 2 friends, between family members, and between business partners, between teammates, between an employee and employer. It could go in all those references, but this very clearly represents somebody has an evil eye and is causing obstacles in your association. The next card that we have is the Tower card. The Tower, if you see, represents a long tower. Then there is fire. There is a blast happening over here. And because of the blast, the upper part of tower has come out. There is fire coming all over, and 2 people are falling on 2 different sides of the tower. This means that blast is what's sudden, right? So there will be a sudden revelation of something which is going to create, distance between the 2 people. Okay, now this could be 2 people, could be in a relationship, this could be relatives, this could be partners, this could be business partners, life partners, friends, brother, sister, whatever it is. But because of some sudden revelation, which is not going to be a pleasant one, truth will come out all of a sudden, and it's going to shake your grounds forever. The next card that we have is the Star card. Star card again is a card that represents spiritual growth and awakening, because there are stars all over here. This person is pouring water, one in the lake and the other on the ground, and again this water is mixing over here. You see hills over here, you see a bird, you see a tree. So, and this person is bowed down. So this card represents spiritual growth. He's trying to balance how much he's giving into the world and also to himself. This person is trying to maintain that balance of giving to tending to himself, and also how much he wants to tend to the world. He's trying to strike that balance. This card also often represents spiritual growth. This card also represents somebody who's trying to make their name and trying out work in entertainment industry. Because of the stars, it represents fame, it represents a lot of glamour, it represents a lot of those name, fame, glamour, and everything related to entertainment industry as well. Now this card again is a Moon card, which is hugely led by emotions. It represents emotions, because if you see, there is water over here, there is a Scorpio, and this Scorpio is between 2 dogs. Both these dogs look a little sad, and they're looking to the moon. Moon in moon is something that rules our mood largely, and therefore there is water over here. Scorpio is a very poisonous insect. So it's Scorpio sitting in water shows that some water is emotions. So there is poison in your emotions, means that there is somebody who is putting in this. There is a third element who is putting poison, who is poisoning your emotions, and they are creating a rift between you and your person. If you see, there is a line going between these 2 dogs, and it's breaking this hill, which means that they are breaking your bond, they are breaking the growth that you both have had. They are creating miscommunication, because moon is half moon here, not full moon. Half moon means half knowledge communicated. Half is sun and half is moon. That means that half of the things are communicated, half are hidden. So this means they're breaking communication between the two of you and poisoning and breaking your bond and creating miscommunication. Now you have the sun card. The sun card is a card, if you see, it's a very bright card. It's a very positive card. Sun card represents new beginnings because sun represents new beginnings, all right? And then there is flowers, there is red color, there is this horse, and there is this wall over here. The horse has crossed this wall and come over here. There is a child. A child represent, again, a child is what? New life, right? So this represents new beginning. Sun represents new beginning. Then this horse coming, like, you know, crossing this wall and coming represents a new beginning, a new change. Child represents a new phase in life. So this card means new marriage, new child, new job, new career, new place, you know, so many new things and a new change in life. Then we have the judgment card. The judgment card, if you see, is a card in which, you know, like all the people on the earth are looking up in the sky with their hands open. They're ready to accept whatever universe has to give, because it's like, you know, we have done everything. They're all standing in their coffins and they're saying that you can take us. And, you know, we all surrender to you. And the universe is blowing a trumpet, and they have a flag of peace, which means that, you know, like universe is now blessing you. It's time for your rewards. So embrace whatever rewards the universe is sending you. The last card, which is numbered 21 in tarot, the 22nd card of the major arcana card, is the world card. World card means that universe is blessing you from all the corners. You have these clouds and angels blessing you from all the four corners. It represents this, which means you have finished the circle of life and it is time for you to now take the rewards. Like, you know, the whole world is coming to your feet, kind of a thing. All these cards in major arcana represents positives and negatives. For example, I'll tell you, Fool in some situations is a positive card. Magician, the whole meaning stands to be a positive card. High Priestess is there. Empress is a straightforward positive card. Emperor is a positive card. Lovers is a positive card. Chariot is a positive card. Strength is a positive card. Wheel of Fortune is a positive card. You have Hanged Man, which is a positive card. Death is a positive card. Temperance is a positive card. Sun is a positive card. Judgment and the World are positive cards. So likewise, there are positive and negative cards in all the sets of a tarot card. So I have just finished explaining you the meanings of all the major arcana cards today, and I hope that this was helpful to you. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and stay connected by clicking on the bell icon to receive more such tutorial videos. And you can also, you're more than welcome to watch my tarot readings, because when you watch tarot readings, you also know how to interpret the cards in different ways, because every card means different in every reading. So all the best and stay connected.